Plus he...
I think he does.
We are live here with the Eelin Wraal fan club recovery sessions. It's Star Trek Livingstone. Thank you for joining us. We are very, very, very excited to be here. We've been discussing backstage the Eelin Wraal fan club. Actually
a thing. Is a thing.
Yes, the Reggie Union now.
Yeah, I think or maybe he'd be the he'd be like the local convener or rep for the, I don't know, what would it be, the
Writers Guild,
possibly. Well, actually, topical. Or maybe something like the enlisted crewmen's guild, ECG. May have a pulse.
Sign Zankir up for that.
Absolutely. So yes, we're back with our Star Trek Livingstone game. Hello, Captain Quinn. Good to see you. Thank you for the comments on the new titles as well. New titles up at the beginning. Been working hard on those behind the scenes. And with us we have our Captain Alan Wagner. Alastair recovering from COVID. Well, I hope you're recovering. You seem better than you were expecting to be.
I am getting there, Stu. Yeah, we had a bit of a touch and go moment earlier in the week where I was fairly convinced that I would not be about this evening, but I have made more progress than I thought. So I am all good for playing some games and happy to be here.
Excellent. And of course, proof that COVID is still a thing.
Absolutely. Everyone realized this. It's still very, very much a thing. And I feel like I am not alone. I know of several others who have friends or family with COVID at the moment. So yes, it's still out there. Be sensible, people.
Well, wishing them well. And yes, take care out there. And taking care, I'm sure, up in Manchester we have Ed, Commander Eelin Wraal, and Reggie.
Hello.
Yes, looking spiffing in your lower decks uniform there. Yeah. Is that in honour of the new Strange New Worlds trailer that just dropped? What is it?
Yes,
2 hours ago?
It looks so good. And seriously, I cannot wait to see the lower decks uniform actually properly in real life. In that, And hey, did we mention we've already Beckett knows about us? Isn't that cool?
Yes. Oh yes, absolutely. Well, Beckett thought, I can't remember who it was. I know she did a deal with Bosh, but was it Reggie that had the Ambujitsu with Mariner?
I think it was. I wasn't. I was a viewer for that one, but I think you're right, Stu.
Yeah, definitely. Reggie was in the Ambujitsu match.
Yes, against Mariner. Excellent. So the new trailer dropped. So I basically put up my videos, as I think most people know, once a week now. These Trek videos. And I allocate like one afternoon a week. That's pretty much all I can spare to doing them. And I spent today doing the video, and then they went and dropped the trailer. It's like,
timing, people, timing.
So I'm trying to reschedule things for Friday to see if I can do a video about the latest trailer that has dropped. But if not, then happy towel day for tomorrow, everyone. That's the video that's coming up for that. And a Hoopia Frood, who certainly knows where his towel is, I'm sure. We've got Chief Zankir, Bav, Gronnahk, Chris.
Good evening, everyone.
Did that all make sense to you, or was it just words?
No, I think I caught the number 42 in there somewhere, and that was about it.
Absolutely. And not 42 at all. That's the worst segue I've ever done.
I would think so.
Ouch.
But also in uniform tonight, Amy, Lieutenant Commander Davok. How are you doing?
I'm not 42.
You're not yet. Not yet. Working on it.
Next
Every
year.
year leveling up. Hey, I'm level 50. It's a good thing to be. he says, laughing. Anyway,
Proves your expertise at not dying. Well done.
You made it.
Yeah. That's it. Gosh. Well, this conversation has got away from me straight away. How are we feeling about this mission? We're running signals at the moment. The AP from the mission brief, or one shot, if you prefer other RPGs.
One shot.
Really disliking. Really disliking Romulans more and more and more and more. Don't get me wrong, I love the faction. I love all the stuff in the lore about them. But God, when you're up against them, what absolute they are.
They're not the nicest of people.
I do, however, enjoy seeing Alastair interact with them.
I always enjoy a good chat with Commander Methra, Comrade Methra.
Yes.
Comrade Mothra.
He is your Tomahawk.
Yes, he's my Tomahawk for sure.
It's turning out not to be so by the book as we thought.
Well,
When is it ever?
The Romulans shoot at us unprovoked a lot, so I feel like there's a point at which it's not really being sort of like a wild card to shoot back so much as just valuing your own survival. So,
I think Captain Wagner has just rewritten the book under the Romulan chapter.
Preemptive defense, I think they call that. It's all going down with the Romulans, but it's not just Romulans you're dealing with at the moment, is it?
No, there's some weird stuff going on in the planet.
Do you enjoy any encounters with Ferengi, and especially ones who you can work with? As long as you've got something to trade, you can always work with the Ferengi.
Yeah, what are you making of Draylen, Hero Draylen, this Ferengi you've been interacting with?
I mean, he's your standard. He seems a fairly cookie cutter-esque Ferengi, in that in order to stop him immediately shooting us in a tunnel, all I needed to do was basically offer him some sort of profitable trade, and he absolutely, his lobes pricked up at that. So immediately we knew that, we can work with this guy. And to be fair, the only thing we really have got to try, what did we do? We just offered him salvage rights only, salvage rights, which basically means we just won't complain. He's got to talk to the Romulans. That's Romulan tech he's nicking. So we've just said, we're basically salvage rights means we are not contesting that stuff there. You take it. If the Romulans don't like it, you've got to talk to them about it. Yeah.
Trying to out Ferengi the Ferengi. I like it. Yeah. Well, he's led you down into this mine and shown you some familiar looking equipment, or familiar to some of you at least. And can I just say, on the side of that running Hero Draylen, I am incredibly disappointed that none of the away team are humans, because I don't get to say human. So
we are an incredibly diverse crew. It's very hard to find a human on the Livingstone.
It is indeed.
There's one in the captain's chair, and that's about it.
Yeah, and then the other one we ever had ended up in the freezer and whisked off to section 31.
He wasn't a human so much as a Terran. Or was he? Well, he was and he wasn't. It's all very complicated. It's all wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
Plenty of chance for him to come back.
There's
Hashtag not written out.
Opportunity. It's Star Trek. Anyone can always come back from anything.
Yeah.
That's what we know. Well, let's bring ourselves back into the game, shall we? As we usually do, by means of a log.
All right, let me get my accent on here. Been a while.
Oh, it's done.
Yeah.
I'll get me pamphlets.
It's gonna go all over the place for a while. Let me get back into it. Engineering log, stardate 57387.7. Livingstone's in orbit around Seku 6, planet in the Shackleton Expanse, having tracked the runabout Susquehanna here. Lost after it was sent on a scientific mission to explore the area. I'm going northern. The Prophets have seen fit to include me in an away team consisting of Commander Wraal, our new Klingon security officer, Bosh, and security chief Reggie, to the planet's surface to investigate the disappearance of a scientific team in a runabout. Should have been pretty straightforward. Well, it wasn't, though. To start, we were fired upon by a Romulan shuttle on our way to the surface. Then some GERT EM pulse knocked out power to the shuttle. Thank the Prophets, and Commander Wraal, of course, we managed to get down in mostly one piece. The rest of the away team buggered off and left me to fix the damn thing, only to come up against the Romulan shuttle crew. They managed to hold their own, though. For my part, I did get a spark of power to the engines, and the commander instructed me to pilot the shuttle closer to the crashed runabout. Rates be damned if that didn't set off another of those EM pulses, down in the shuttle again. Oh, that's fine, says our commander. Just get it up and running again. Don't you know it were a bloody miracle I got it working last time? So anyway, I starts work, and now I've been summoned to some mine or something, where the away team have gone. End log.
Thank you very, very much there. Well done, well done. And yeah, it's hard to talk about mining without going northern.
It does go a bit northern after a while, don't it?
Or immediately dwarf.
Oh, but fantastic. So, as we ended last time, the Livingstone had seen off the Veritex. Well, it had gone to cloak after exchanging some fire. And the away team, minus Tana, of course, had been led into a large chamber with some very familiar looking equipment. But we'll pick up with Tana at the mouth of this cave, heading in, which is where you've been told to report.
Yeah, I suppose I can use my tricorder to track their location, right?
You can. You have their comm badges on your tricorder.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just follow that. I think I'll keep a phaser out as well, just in case, because I'm assuming this is like a cave network of various tunnels sprawling off of one another, or is it just like a straight passageway?
At the moment, it's more of a straightish. It does wend and wind a little bit and go down, but it's mostly straight. There's no sort of chambers off or paths off to the side. And indeed, yeah, Tana does head on down in, and eventually it leads into a larger chamber. All the time, this thump, 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 thump noise has been increasing, and it opens up into a much larger chamber. You see a couple of Ferengi sort of look up and stare at you from various bits of what is obviously mining equipment. But the comm badge signals are further up ahead.
Any of you chaps seen Commander Wraal anywhere?
One of them points in the direction of the tunnel leading ahead of you.
Thank you very much. Profits be with you.
I like the pun there.
Yeah.
Yes, they look a little bit taken aback.
I'm not gonna lie. I watched the last game. I watched the playback of the last game that I missed, and all the time the Ferengi was there, I was thinking, God, I wish Tana was there so she could talk about profit all the time.
Massively confusing.
Yeah.
How does your prophet speak to you? All the time.
Yeah, they definitely react to that, but get back on with their work. You heading on down further into the mine?
Yep.
Okay, you carry on down. Meanwhile, back on the machine, you've just walked into this large chamber awaiting.
Well, this colossal device we can see, can't we? I'm going to. Well, actually, first of all, I'll address the Ferengi and say, "What on earth? You didn't build that, did you?"
No, it was here when we arrived.
Oh, have you any idea who did?
Our scans say it is millennia old.
Oh. Well, I'm sure you won't mind if I also take some recordings for our own scientists on board our ship.
Oh, please go ahead. And he stands such that he's actually looking over your shoulder at your tricorder.
Yeah, he has no idea what this is. I will scan it quite openly and let him watch. That's fine.
Okay. What are you scanning for?
Actually, I'm going to do more like a recording scan of it, as it were. So, like size, dimensions, and any residual energy it's giving off or radiation.
Okay. We should have mentioned right at the beginning, we're starting this game. You have a momentum to start.
One momentum.
One.
And I have no threat.
Yes.
First time
Never
ever.
happened before. Yeah.
Deserved.
It's not
Time
deserved
to milk
at all.
this for all it's worth.
Yeah.
It's totally unfair. I'm sure something will happen sooner or later to
So
change
Reggie can
that.
basically take his shoes and socks off and run across the cavern, no problem, without even getting without even breaking a toenail.
No threat doesn't mean no consequences.
That's yeah. That's it.
I'm not
hello,
taking my shoes off,
Dad.
Mr. Wraal. Health and safety. I've got to keep my boots on. Sorry.
Yeah, that's it. So, Wraal can give me a reason and science roll. Difficulty 0. But the more you get, the more information I'll give you.
Okay, reason and science. 11. Not brilliant for that. And I got an 11 and a 2. Right?
Oh, so you
2
get...
successes.
Unless you have a... what's your science score?
Well, reason and science together is 11. My science is 2, but I don't have anything, any focuses that would really count.
Power
no.
systems?
Is it a small spacecraft?
It's not a small spacecraft.
No, I've got small craft, helm operations, survival, shipwreck survivor specifically. That's it.
Okay, none of that would apply here, but you do get yourself a momentum up to 2 now, and I can tell you that this equipment, this machinery, is old. It's not radiating anything at the moment. However, it is showing signs of instability. The power signature is fluctuating.
Oh,
currently.
okay. Well, I'll mention that to our our Ferengi tour guide and say, you see that the power emanating from this device, it seems to be fluctuating. You've not got anything. You've not got a wire plugged into it. You're not siphoning off any power for your own systems, are you?
It wasn't us. We didn't do anything. I don't know what you're trying to suggest.
No, I'm just suggesting, just in case you have, don't. But if you haven't, you seem sensible. It looks like your mining operation is fairly self-sufficient. But yeah, don't. I wouldn't suggest you try and use this for any additional power.
Roll can give me an insight and command roll. I'm not going to put a difficulty on it, but tell me how many successes you get.
Okay.
Just to say, we would have got 2 momentum for that last roll because it was 2 successes with a 0 difficulty.
Oh, yes. So you're up to 3 momentum. That's right. Well done.
I've got actually a 17 and a 6. And we're looking at insight, and command was 12, so 1 success.
Okay. He's not being very honest.
He's not being very honest.
He's done something.
I was just thinking that we've walked into the Ferengi version of the flat from bottom here, and I suspect
he's going around talking like this.
Gas man. So I think. Right. Okay. Now, is there a way I can? Actually, I'll sort of just nod at Reggie, and Reggie will just sort of take it and say, "Now look here, Mr. Wraal isn't trying to say anything nasty, but have a look at some of this. Look at these cablings here." And he sort of drags the Ferengi, sort of pushes him away, just to sort of point out something very, very, very not engineering based about some sort of sticky out bit that the Ferengi might have nearby. So, look at this. Riddle with hazards. Look at that. You wouldn't go near that if I was you. And look at all the. It's a health and safety nightmare around here. Have you got your workers working around this? And while Reggie is boring him rigid with that and threatening to pull out some union membership cards, Wraal is now going to do a second scan. But what I'm going to do is scan it through the database and see if it registers if any of this technology is familiar to our own database, thinking about other places might have been that might have had this.
Okay. While that's happening, then I need Reggie to give me an insight to roll for insight and security for me. Again, I'm not putting a difficulty. Just tell me how many successes you get.
So what we get? Reggie gets 2.
Okay. Reggie sees Draylin's hand going towards his. Reggie carries a phaser or a disruptor?
Let me just double check. I think Reggie's actually. What's Reggie got? Oh, he's got a captured Romulan disruptor with him as well, actually.
But he does have the disruptor, that's what I thought. Yes, he sees Draylin's hand going towards the disruptor, but as Reggie looks, Draylin snatches his hand away.
I wouldn't try it. Not unless you can have that, but you have to take it off a Romulan yourself. I've got the ears to match for that one as well.
Don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, so back.
Nor do I don't take trophies.
Back onto Wraal then. So sorry, repeat what you want Wraal to do.
Well, he's going to. Wraal's going to scan, but can we do an off the device and like run it through the basically run it through the history banks? See, does this recognise with anything in Starfleet records? Similarly, we are hoping that it might pick up something. I'm assuming it won't pick up anything from any other big spaceship, possibly starting with an A. Who knows? But it might pick up at least, show us that we saw something similar on a previous planet not that many seasons ago.
Okay, you reckon that's going to take from a tricorder? That's probably going to take a couple of hours. The information on the starship's computers might be quite a bit quicker. Might take sort of 10 minutes.
Okay. Are we in a position to get through to the Livingstone? Let me just actually try. Wraal to Livingstone.
Let me.
There's a little blink.
Let's see how well. Let's flash back to the Livingstone and see how well they're keeping comm lines open, shall we? Livingstone. Now, I'm guessing this is going to be Davok. I'm going to need control and engineering. This is difficulty 2. Assisted by the ship's communications and engineering. Which is 10. So, Alastair, if you want to roll for the ship,
I will do.
That's 1 dice and 10 is your target. And you've got 3
I got a 9.
momentums you can burn.
I got no successes. 15 and 18.
Okay, so 1 success in total. Wraal, you tap your comm badge and it just goes bloop, bloop.
Yeah. No. Okay. In that case, I will. In that case, we'll just keep the recordings as we have, and I'll just sort of put that away. And we'll refer to that when we get back.
Okay. Tana, about this time, you come through a tunnel, opens up into a large cavernous area. That you were on the bug planet, weren't you?
Yes, indeed.
Yes. You see some equipment that looks quite familiar in its construction. There's Reggie and a Ferengi. Reggie's got an arm around the Ferengi in. Could be friendliness, could be you're not going anywhere, sunshine. Manner. It's hard to tell with Reggie. Yeah. And the away team is there. Everyone else on the away team.
Hi there,
Tana's
Commander.
turned up.
Tana, there you are. Everything okay on the surface? How's the shuttle?
It's there, Commander. It's there.
Okay, if it's there and it's on, we can make use of it. Great, good work.
Oh, it's there, all right, Commander.
Now, I'm glad you turned up because what do you make? Gestures broadly. What do you make of this?
Certainly seems familiar.
Yeah, I thought that. Remember our bug hosts from some short time ago.
Oh, they were lovely chaps, them.
But what I'm thinking is, if that was on that planet and this is on this planet, and given the age of this, something has seeded the planets around the Shackleton Expanse with these sort of devices a long time before we showed up.
Aye, well, do we know how old it is? Have you checked it yet?
Well, I've taken plenty of now. My tricorder will basically link to Tana's, or it will just be uploaded to the Livingstone's mainframe when we get back.
I mean, no, they will share information in a relatively close range. Yes.
Yeah, I'd say well, Tana, you're the engineer around here, and I'm just here to fly stuff. So get your tricorder, have a look yourself, see what you think.
Aye, sir. And yeah, she will proceed to do exactly that.
Okay. So what is Tana looking for here?
I
can tell you, if it's a general scan, you'll find out the same thing, that the power's unstable.
Yeah, I guess. Don't remember enough about the bug planet because I wasn't there for most of those games where we dealt with this thing. So I don't know what we already know about them.
You know, it's alien technology. You know that technology is technology. You know, it has a power source. Power gets stored in places. You know, there are alien versions of capacitors. There's alien versions of computer systems. You know that this one
and we never
is the source of the EM pulse, because
Did we ever figure out like what they're actually for? Is it just to do an EM pulse, or did we find any specific purpose for it?
The only thing you've ever found out about them is they're connected with the EM pulse.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to see if I can figure out the purpose of this device.
Okay. You can give me then insight and engineering. I'm going to say difficulty 3. You do have 3 lovely momentum you can burn.
Yeah, I'm going to take a momentum.
Yeah. Yes,
and
please.
That also triggers one of my one of my talents.
Is she cautious?
She is cautious. Yeah. Okay.
You
Oh,
re-roll one of
that's
those.
which is for the best. There we go. So I got 3 successes. A 2, a 6, and a 14, and I was looking for 15.
Oh, do you have any focus that will help with that too?
I doubt it unless this is Cardassian engineering, which I
Okay.
doubt it is.
No. Don't you have power systems?
I do have power systems. You're right. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
That
So,
will do it.
yeah.
That will give you a momentum back. What
Oh,
am I
there we go.
doing?
Does it give you an extra bit of information because you're chief engineering, right? Would you get
I
for chief engineering
think
like the
so.
science thing?
I don't know. A second, let me just check. I don't know.
Davok is
I don't
currently
have the
the
rule
chief
book open.
engineer.
Oh, am I? Oh no, I recommended
No,
Tana.
Tana
I
is.
thought- Yeah,
Tana's the chief engineer.
Oh, right, right.
me and the
fantastic.
captain had a
Yeah, she-
conversation.
She got promoted.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
Um,
right.
Yeah, because my cautious science gives me a little extra bit of information if I succeed on
So,
the
yes,
science
your
roll.
chief science officer ability. Yeah, if you succeed, it does give you an extra. I haven't got it in my
Mm.
list of quick
Yeah,
references as to whether
let me
that
open the
was.
book here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can tell you then, in that case, that the whole system is a huge capacitor and emitter. Basically, it takes geothermal energy, it stores it, it amplifies it, it magnifies it, and it holds it. And when its detection systems kick off, it emits a huge EM pulse outward from the planet. And the moment that's happened, it instantly draws more geothermal energy in to start the process over again. I can tell you that there is a small window of time between it emitting a pulse and it being able to emit another one. But one of the reasons why it's unstable is that there appear to be some key components missing. Now, it is alien tech, so it's hard to tell what these components are, but they seem to be some kind of regulators that are just missing from the system. And that's why it's unstable.
Right.
Okay. I will relay that to the rest of the crew.
You get a free bit of information, don't you?
I actually do not. So I just found it.
Okay.
Chief engineer. The chief engineer is responsible for ensuring that the ship remains operational. When aboard the ship, the chief engineer always has the advantage engineering department, which represents the ship's complement of engineers and technicians. So I have a little bonus while on the ship, but not right now.
Yeah. And is it cautious engineering you had?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
lets me re-roll a momentum die.
Yeah,
Is
it's
there
by
an
dice
additional
momentum.
benefit for that as well? Because mine does.
No.
So, okay.
I don't believe so, unless I didn't copy that correctly.
Yeah. Let's double check. Because there's rules.
Those rules, they're tricky.
Whilst you're looking that up, I can tell you that once Tana has finished relaying that information, the whole floor and cavern suddenly shake very, very violently. Rocks start falling.
Whoa.
Everybody, give me either your choice, daring or fitness, and security roll, difficulty 1. You have 3 momentum.
Okay, well, Raal's got 13 to target that, so we'll just try. And Wraal gets 2 successes, which is short to be hit by rocks.
Okay. Wraal gets 2.
Daring and to get. Reggie. Oh, Reggie gets 2 successes as well. He's already spotted that coming.
2.
Used to living in caves.
Can I take a momentum for this? Because Tana is not very good at this.
Yeah.
You can
Mhm.
take
Do
the momentum.
So that is one success.
One success
Yep,
is
one
what
success.
you need. And let me call up Egan's sheet. When I can find it. Come on. Here we go. And Alastair, would you like to roll for Egan? I can tell you fitness will be the one to go for. Fitness and security, you want 17 is your target.
Okay.
Good
let's see.
lord.
Well, there's 16 and a 20.
Excellent. Excellent. So, again, just about manages to get out of the way, but I get a threat. Yay. Finally. Okay, yeah, and the shaking subsides again.
That
Tom.
happen regular.
I know that's the first time we've had anything as dangerous as shaky as that. Is that coming from the device, Tana?
It was going to be my next question. Was if I'm still like holding scans on this thing, was it doing anything during that time? Did it fluctuate?
Well, the instability is ricocheting all over the place. It may have been connected. It's hard to tell.
It's possible, Commander, that with this thing leeching the planet's geothermal energy, that it might be destabilizing the planet, just like we found on that other one.
Right. In that case, now we managed to do some work and switch that other one off, didn't we? But that's because it had all its parts intact. Can you determine where there are parts missing on this? I don't want to have to turn every Ferengi I find in here upside down and shake the parts out of them. He says, looking pointedly at Reggie, who just tightens his grip on the Ferengi ever so slightly.
Be a terrible shame. Terrible shame.
I don't have to go through your pockets, sir. I certainly won't unless Mr. Wraal tells me.
Okay, to determine where the parts are missing, I'm going to say this is going to be an incredibly difficult task with alien tech. This is going to be a difficulty for, and it's going to be insight and engineering.
Okay. Now I'm going to take momentum, and I'm also going to give Stu some threat.
Oh,
Ooh, good.
Because he's only got 2 now. What's the worst that can happen?
yeah,
Oh, don't say that.
he's normally got 4 times that just before we finish the title sequence.
Oh, no.
You could. Is it engineering? Can you reroll? Oh, no.
Yeah.
You...
I can
Yeah.
re-roll one. Let me just... I need to remember what number I need. Insight and engineering. So
Reroll the 20.
it means I've currently got 2 successes off of 4 dice.
Oh, you got focus.
Wait, what number do I want? I want 15. Yeah, I didn't roll low enough to hit my focus, but I could on this one. Here we go. That's a 4. So that's another success. If we're still dealing with the power system, then that is also below my engineering, or it is my engineering score.
Sadly, this is not the power system.
It's the thing.
Is it a small craft by any chance?
It is not a small craft. With 3 successes, I can tell you it is down to the stabilization and control systems. But what parts they are, it's really, really tricky to tell.
I'm unsure, Commander.
Right.
Definitely some bits missing, but I don't know what they are.
Okay. I think we'll just indicates to Reggie, and Reggie sort of turns our Ferengi around to face. Have you taken anything off this?
No.
Don't let me make my Andorian pat you down. He's not very gentle.
He folds his arms very defiantly.
Reggie, frisk him.
He lets Reggie frisk it. There is nothing on him. I mean, there's a phaser on. Sorry, a disruptor on him, but
that's fine. No, Reggie will just say, "Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing personal." I'd wear the disruptor on a sort of three strap holster if I were you. So it means you can pull out a bit faster. That's just between you and me. Just a little friendly advice.
One professional to another.
Yeah, exactly. I find it more comfortable that way. Are you left-handed or right-handed, draw, sir? Which side do you dress? Sorry. I've just found out.
Yeah, does not find any devices. Finds a pouch with some platinum bars, but the Ferengi's hand very quickly snatches to that.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Glares at Reggie.
He's clean, sir. There's nothing there that isn't we would normally expect on a Ferengi miner. Like, okay, thank you, Reggie. Like, right, okay. So you've not got anything. Fair enough. As you notice, this device is unstabling the entire planet. Now, that includes your mining operation, which is your business. So, either we fix this, or this thing is going to tear the planet apart and your mining operation. How would you like to continue?
Well, we have a deal, Federation. You fix the equipment, I return your crew members.
Excellent. We certainly do. I suggested, and I said that I would supply you with some engineering expertise. Tana is here. Her expertise has been supplied. Now, if you supply my crew members back to me, we can make a start on fixing it as an additional favour, no extra cost to you, and then we can be on our way.
Yes, once it's fixed, we return the crew members.
No, not how it works at all. We need our crew members to make this thing fixed. Give them back now.
Okay, we're into a negotiation situation here. So, we're going to go for opposing roles. I'm going to spend a threat because I have a thing. And basically by spending a threat, I have a particular... is it trait? Not a trait. Sorry, a special rule, which means that I can
do a thing.
Increase the difficulty to you basically by 2.
Ooh.
So, as this is an opposed roll, and that's what I'm employing, I get 2 successes above whatever I roll.
Oh, okay. I will chuck in a momentum just to give myself an extra dice for starters.
Chuck in a
Don't give her more threat now.
Actually, I could do that. I could give Stu another threat. It gives you a threat, and I'll throw in another dice as well. Sorry, what are we rolling against here, Stu?
So it's an opposed roll. So basically, you will need a number of successes that I have now determined. I can tell you, actually, no, I'm not going to be that guy. I'll tell you, you need to get 3 successes to win the negotiation.
What am I rolling with? Control?
Presence and command, sorry.
Presence and command? Well, yes. 11 plus 15 is my presence and command. We've got a 3, a 15, a 13, and a 2.
4 successes, and yes, you.
I've got a focus in negotiations.
Davok!
Shame Davok's on this ship. Okay, he looks for a moment, considers it. Fine. You start work here. I'll go and get the the crewmen.
Very good. Reggie, go and help him.
Okay.
Certainly.
And
And me and Tana will move over to the device and make it look like we're doing something to it, but watching where he's going.
okay, yeah, they're definitely heading back up the tunnel in the right direction.
Very
I mean,
good.
they're going to be gone some time.
Yes. And we wait. It's all right, I'll wait.
And that's the next hour of this. No. How long
Commander,
would
do you think
like-
now might be a good time to bring up the prophets? I think they could use some conversion. I mean gentle persuasion.
I think anytime you want to mention the prophets to the Ferengi, Tana, you go right ahead. I think it will help a great deal. There's nothing they love more than the prophets.
Oh, wonderful. Because I was starting to think that maybe my constant talk of the prophets might be getting a bit much. But if you're giving me the okay, then I'll keep going.
No, it's strange. Something you don't know about, people don't often realize, Ferengi, they're not the godless heathens everyone thinks they are. Yeah.
Wonderful. And she'll just go up to the nearest Ferengi and start talking about prophets.
Oh, the news Ferengi are back and by the mining.
Oh,
equipment.
I thought there were others in the room with us while we. Okay, never mind.
I'm afraid not.
Keep some spare, though. I mean, releasing Tana onto some Ferengi to talk about prophets is probably stick it on our list of war crimes.
But as you're having this discussion, more tremors, more shaking, more rocks falling.
No.
We're going to have another daring or fitness and security roll, difficulty 1, to dodge those rocks. And again, Alastair, if you want to roll for again, please. Target 17.
2 successes for Egan with a 17 and an 8.
Lovely.
No successes, Batan.
No.
Oh. No successes.
15 and a
for
16.
Tana. That's not good, is it? So this is going to be... You see? And how about Wraal?
No, actually, could I slide this in? Because Wraal gets 1 success and a complication. We've got 7 and a 20.
Okay.
Can I use the complication to help Tana in some way? But to my
The
detriment?
complication works in my benefit.
Ah.
Good
You can
try.
use
Hence
the
the word
complication to
complication.
make things worse for Tana, if you like. I'm happy to spend the threat directly against Tana.
No,
He's
just
threatening us.
That's not very sporting of you. Still, I just gave you that threat.
no. It says,
Okay.
let me just.
So,
Do I have to roll for Reggie as well, or is as he's further down?
no, Reggie and
Obscene.
Draylin are otherwise down the way. Oh no, max damage.
Good.
So I've only rolled 3 dice, but Tana takes 6 points of stress as
Good.
rocks
Good.
fall on her bonds. And in fact, as it is over 5, you can spend a momentum to avoid an injury,
Yes, please
Yeah.
do.
or you can be
Do it.
injured.
Yeah. Spend it.
Yes. Spend your momentum. This is looking more like it with my stacks of threat and momentum.
That diminishing momentum pile.
You feeling comfortable again? How I used to.
Yeah, I am. So, yeah, and the tremors and vibrations subside. How long did you want to wait?
They've
again?
been doing that. They've been doing that a lot, Commander. Or is this the first time it's happening?
No, it's the second time. But only since. Well, there were tremors before that we could feel tremors before. It's more pronounced in here, presumably because we're in a cave as well. This is causing, and we're closer to it. I don't know. You said there was parts missing. Is there any way we can Is there any way you can look at the power system here and either shut it off, reroute it, or just do something to stop it shaking the place to pieces?
Well, without knowing what pieces are missing, then it's hard to say. We might be able to turn it off, unless we... Do we need all the pieces to turn it off, Stu?
Tana can give me your choice of control or insight and engineering.
Same number.
I'm just going to say roll the dice and tell me how many successes you get. That'll determine how much information you get. It's kind of like perception rolls in Pathfinder.
Yeah, I got 2 successes.
2 successes, that's good. Yeah, you reckon there are 2 options. One is to try and stabilize it. If the parts missing are the kind of parts you think they are, it may be possible to bypass them, potentially. You could also shut it down, but you think shutting it down will be a more difficult task. However, you get the added benefit of if you shut it down, then
the impulse goes away.
You're not going to get the impulses. Stabilizing it, you'll still get them.
More difficult.
I could try to shut it down, but I don't want to risk damaging it anymore.
Well, I think it's damaging everything, and we still need to get out of here. And I don't fancy dodging impulses to either teleport out or fly out. So, can we shut it down? Do you need my help?
Yes, and probably.
Okay. Well, as I'm not great with engineering, but I can assist as an advisor. Only entirely based on having seen this a bit before. I can certainly stand there and say, we believe in you. And also, of course, I've seen it before, Tana. I know the prophets guide your hand.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they'll come to my aid now. It's been all down, all uphill since we got on this planet. I'm sure nothing can go wrong now.
And on that doomed phrase, we're going to take a break. We will be back soon. Don't go.
3 of us will be back. Yeah.
And we are back here with Star Trek Livingstone, the Star Trek Adventures Modiphius game, live streamed here every fortnight-ish. So, what can possibly go wrong, eh?
Hi.
Nothing
There's
at
such
all.
thing.
Ferengi.
Not while the prophets are with us.
Absolutely. How are we feeling about this? It's taking some. We're getting into the nuts and bolts of this adventure now, almost literally. There's a lot of engineering going on.
It's just quite pleasant to have an episode where we're not being shot by Romulans. The novelty.
Yeah.
Don't count it out
We're
yet.
only halfway through the episode. I've got to say.
Yeah.
They've only cloaked. That's all they've
Yeah.
done.
Stu still has a couple threat left. Some Romulans could appear.
I'm thanks to your terrible rolls, I've got 3 threat sat here,
Oof.
Boo.
waiting to be used. Sadly, you've got 3 momentum as well.
I'm so sad.
But, we'll that's amongst all of you, of course. So, yeah.
Yes, you
What
have to share.
What are we making of these Ferengi then?
Sneaky buggers.
I think they're being perfectly honest.
Right, well, shall we throw ourselves back into the game? And just as we get the yes, nothing can go wrong, we cut to Reggie and Draylin as they end up back in the mining operation, and Draylin heads forward to the back of the operation, right at the very, very back. It's hot, it's humid, especially coming from an ice planet, because Andorians from Hoth, aren't they? Is that right?
It's very, very, very cold in space, and on Andoria as well.
So yes, it's hot and it's humid and it's sweaty, and yes, there are indeed 2 humans working away, working with the mining equipment, but they're covered in grime and sweat. They look very, very tired, and they look around as you approach. It's pretty obvious they've been tethered to the machinery as well.
Charming.
And Reggie can give me an insight and medicine roll. I'm not going to put a difficulty on it, just tell me how many successes you get.
Insight medicine's 9 total for Reggie.
Is it?
Okay.
Oh, and Amy, you have to do the voice too.
Oh, I really can't do accents, which is it's not going to happen.
Oh, I was going to let you actually play Reggie Bully there and see where you took him.
No, it's not going to happen. But Reggie failed that, got a 10 and a 16.
Oh.
Okay, Reggie doesn't spot anything. So we were saying off air, just so viewers know what's happened there, that because we're not having a lot happening on the ship at the moment, Alastair's going to keep rolling for Igan, and Amy is going to roll for Reggie. So yeah, I mean, humans, they all look alike.
Yeah, that's right. Susgana, he shouts over to them, thinking I don't know their names, so you call them by ship.
They just look startled and look up, and Draylin moves forward, starts untethering them. I mean, leaving the tethers on, he starts untethering them at the equipment end.
Oh, he's saving the equipment, of course.
Yeah.
These are fellas, then?
Yes. You 2 humans, come with me. And they look quite startled and almost cowed. And yes, they start coming along as Draylin starts leading them back.
No need to worry. We're from the Livingstone. We're here to pick you up Mr. Raal's just further back. That's all. He's in charge, but I'm here to make sure you're all right. Have they been looking after you? And he looks pointedly at the Ferengi.
They look over at Draylin and back at you and say, yes.
All right.
We've been fed and looked after.
I see. Okay, right. Well, you come with me. We'll go and see Mr. Wraal, and he'll see what's going to happen next. And I was sort of pointing the way up the tunnel, but Reggie's going to walk behind them.
Okay. Yeah, and Draylin's going to lead them by the tethers. He's going to hold on to the tethers and walk ahead back towards the tunnel.
Hang on a minute. What's this? What are you doing with those? They're not a dog.
These are safety harnesses. Yes.
Really?
Safety harnesses.
Well, that's fine. Well, as I'm in charge of security here, you can hand them over to me. Thank you very much. And Reggie Point just takes out of his hand, indicates to him to push on up the tunnel, and then as he goes, basically drops the tethers and just pushes them onwards.
Okay. They look confused, if anything, but carry on walking and following Draylin.
Believe me, Mr. Draylin, Mr. Wraal doesn't. You don't want Mr. Wraal to see them being dragged out of here with you holding on to them. This is for your safety, not theirs. I could always add some lobes to my collection of ears. Not that he's got a collection of ears. Obviously, that would also be a massive, massive war crime.
Oh, dear me, we've had enough people discovering they're from the Terran universe as it is. So yeah, and they carry on down the tunnel, heading back towards. So meanwhile, back in the tunnel, is Tana starting to make some work on this machine?
Yes.
And remind me, are you trying to shut it down or stabilize it?
Trying to shut it down, I think, was the consensus.
Okay. So this is going to be an extended task. So an extended task has a magnitude, and a magnitude means you need a number of, basically you need a breakthrough to get the magnitude down, and a breakthrough is 5 successes. It's a bit like combat. You make a roll. If you're successful, you roll kind of, it's not damage, but it's like damage. If you get 5 or above in your damage after resistance, that counts as a breakthrough. A bit like injuries in combat. This has a magnitude of 4, I can tell you. It's a work track of 25, so you need 25 success points. However, it has a resistance of 3.
Ooh.
So this being alien technology you're not familiar with. And as you're trying to shut it down, it's going to be difficulty 4 to start with. Now, as the magnitudes come down, so do the difficulties, as you become more and more familiar with the equipment. But we're starting difficulty 4.
Okay.
Let's start with a daring and engineering roll. Difficulty 4. You have
is there anything
just to remind you.
Anything I can assist with? Now, your engineering is definitely going to be like, oh no, is your engineering 4, Tana?
It's 4, yeah.
Okay, so there's actually
cannot be higher.
No, there's not much point me using my advisor because I can assist with command, but my command is 4, so that's not any point. Although assisting with command does allow 1 re-roll. So if I advise,
I can tell you, there is a thing you can do, directing. So basically you can tell Tana, go and repair that equipment or go shut that equipment down, which allows you to make a an assist roll, difficulty 0, which if you succeed, yes, you assist with your. You can do that thing you've just said.
Okay. But let's do that. Also to demonstrate the mechanic. Why not?
Okay.
So what did you? That was a.
This is
Damn.
going to be it's going to be control and command. Difficulty 0.
Okay, well, I'll just throw 2 at that then. 14 is the total to get, and I get a 17 and a 4.
Okay. Any focuses that might apply here?
Nothing that I would even think would remotely help with that.
Okay. Well, you gain a momentum. And yes, you can do that thing with your command where you can allow a re-roll as well.
Yes, excellent. So basically, so I'll assist, but basically it means that you get, Chris gets our re-roll.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use a momentum to because we've got 3 momentum.
Mm-hmm.
It was 4 from following that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to do that. I'm also going to give Stu some threat, so I can roll 4 dice.
Actually, now, Chris, wouldn't this be a time to spend a point of determination and invoke the prophets to get a dice that's got 2 successes already?
I don't know if we've got any values that would really lay into it right now. I don't think I can make any of my values work to use determination for it. But I'm thinking if you've just given me a re-roll, and I've also got a re-roll for using momentum, then I've got 2 re-rolls on 4 dice. So
okay.
That
is still pretty good.
Which is good because daring and engineering is only a 12 for me.
Okay.
So.
She's still a young officer.
Not very daring.
Plenty of time
to
gain skills.
Here we go. That is. Okay. So I rolled a 3, which is this counting as working on power systems, Stu?
Yes, because it is the power system you are trying to shut down.
So there's 2 successes. I rolled a 1. There's another 2 successes. And then I get 2 re-rolls, which is good because I rolled, one of them is another success with a 10, so I'll actually keep that one and then re-roll the 18. So.
Can you re-roll the
9,
18?
So
yeah,
because I bought a dice with momentum, so I get a re-roll. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
6 successes. Fantastic. As you get 2 momentum back. And roll your this is going to be your engineering score, which is 4. So roll 4 d6s.
Okay. Okay. And I'm counting the individual things, right?
Yes.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a Starfleet insignia. So is that 2?
Which is 1.
Yeah.
Just 1? Okay, so 6.
Total of 6, resisted by 3, brings it down to 3. It is not a breakthrough, I'm afraid, but you make some progress on the work track. Okay.
Yeah, so 24 total in the work track.
It's down to 22 now. Was 25 on the work track. It's now 22. So let's cycle that one again. Are you directing again, Ed?
Yeah, so I go same again.
Same again.
Again, 17 and a 3 this time, so 1 success.
1 success gets you a momentum. You are now at maximum momentum.
Let's go ahead and use that. How much threat do you have, Stu?
Oh, I can always use more threat. I only have 4.
That's not what I asked. There we go. Okay. I'm aware you could always use more.
There is no upper limit on the GM's threat.
That's the problem.
Am I taking another threat?
Yeah, go ahead and have another one. I like rolling 4
Thank
dice as opposed to 3.
Where, for my marker dice, where are you up to on threats, Stu?
5 now.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
It's still the same roll, right? Daring and engineering.
Mm-hmm.
It's still the same roll. Daring and engineering, difficulty 4 still.
Okay, well, I got 2 successes. I got a 5 and a 9, and the other 2 are failures, but I'm going to re-roll one of them. Actually, I can re-roll both, right? Because of what Ed did. I get a re-roll, right?
Yeah.
You can re-roll one from your own for having given me threat, and re-roll the other because of Ed's thing. Yes.
Perfect. I get 2 re-rolls. Perfect. That's better. Because that is, so I got a 5, a 9, so 2 successes, a 10, which is also a success, and a 1.
Oh,
Yay!
Seeing out the momentum.
Get
Now,
your momentum back.
Now, a quick question on this one. Once you've rolled your damage, your work against the task, Chris, Stu, like in combat, can we use momentum to do additional damage?
Yes, you can.
To that? Okay, so that might be what we need to use some of this momentum to do the additional damage to get over that resistance of 3, to make the breakthrough, to make subsequent tasks easier.
Okay, yeah.
But we've generated enough momentum to get to that now, so we can do it.
Yeah. So am I still rolling 4 of these?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I got 4 total. So if we can use...
With resistance down
momentum.
to 1.
1. Okay, so if we burned 4 momentum, that would have done 5 and therefore be a breakthrough.
That would be 5 and would be a breakthrough.
I think that will help subsequent work tracks. So we're not having to get 4 successes each time.
Yeah, that works. Because I don't want to keep giving Stu threat.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we don't want that.
We are
Built enough momentum
Good
to
thinking, guys.
turn it into a breakthrough. I think it's working, Tara. You're doing great work here.
Oh yeah, I think I'm getting the hang of this.
It's definitely thrumming differently.
You are down to magnitude 3, difficulty 3, work track is on 17, and there's something you've done. I mean, you've certainly made a good effort in there. However, the whole cavern starts quaking and shaking again.
Oh, good.
You'll be glad to hear this one's going to be difficulty 0, as the quake is not quite as strong as it has been at previous times. We'll have daring or fitness and security, difficulty 0 from everyone in the room. So that's Wraal, Egan, and Tana.
Daring and security, 1 success.
No successes for Tana.
Success.
And I have an 11 and 7, so I think that's 2 successes.
That is 2 successes. Excellent. That brings you back up to 5 momentum.
Cool.
See, aren't I kind?
As you see, all the things you say about him off screen.
As the tremors subside again. Right. Cycling, rinsing and repeating again, are we?
I think so, yeah. Hit it. Again, we'll hit it with a bit more, maybe hit it with some more momentum if we need to get another breakthrough and make it even easier.
Yeah.
So let's do your
So I'm rolling
again,
3.
And I get 1 success.
1 success brings you up to maximum momentum.
Tana, that's definitely not shaking as much. Whatever you're doing, you're reducing its power. This is good.
Oh yeah, I think I've got the hang of this now, Commander.
No, I won't touch it. You know what you're doing.
Why do I have to say anything?
Are you taking momentum?
I do get
or
it.
Are you giving me threat?
I did take. I took a momentum. I did not give you threat, so I just rolled 3 dice.
Okay.
And I'm gonna re-roll one of those. It's not going to help, but I'm going to re-roll one of those. Yeah. That would be... Oh, hang on. Daring and engineering, right?
Daring
so I got
and
one
engineering.
success.
Okay, that is not successful. Okay.
No, I tell a lie. I thought I had the hang of it.
Okay. Well, nothing's gone bang, so it's not. You're not made it worse yet.
Nope. Has not made it worse. Let's
Keep doing what you're doing
repeat that
before.
again. So we'll have the assistance again from Wraal.
417, so one success.
One success.
Right.
You get your momentum back again.
Yeah.
Back up to
And
maximum
I'm using it
momentum.
again.
Using it again. God, that token is just moving from one side to the other.
Just-
to the other.
Just assume that if he succeeds, I'm using it. So to help your dice wrist. Oh my god. Okay.
That's a euphemism. Well,
That's certainly. I'd have euphemisms around here.
I'm going to re-roll one of those.
Have any brass instruments?
There we go. So that is a 12, which is a success, a 17, which is a failure, and a 2, which is beneath my engineering score, so it's 2 successes.
There we go.
Yay! You get 3 successes. Roll your DiMaggio.
I got 4 total.
Are you spending any momentum to increase that?
Yeah, let's burn. So it's still resistance 3, isn't it, Stu?
Still
Oh.
resistance 3.
Yeah. So yeah, it's 1. So let's spend 4, make it another breakthrough.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. You are down to 1 momentum. As the cavern starts shaking again.
Oh,
And more tremors. Bit worse this time.
oh no.
Daring or fitness and security. Difficulty 1 this time.
Thought
Oh.
you said you had it, Tana. 2 successes for all.
Nothing
Okay.
for Tan.
No successes. Ooh.
Yeah,
And
she's
so
not very good
there you
at the
go.
whole security thing.
I just see her focused on the task, just completely in the moment.
A 17 and a 9, so that's 2 just, is that right?
That is just 2. Yeah, fantastic. So, Tana, you take 2 points of stress as rocks tumble and one catches you nastily on the shoulder. And the tremors subside again.
This is fine.
Meanwhile, Reggie and Draylin, you make it all the way back to the... You've experienced this tremor, but just as you were coming up the corridor, the tunnel rather. Yeah, and the 4 of you make it back into the chamber.
Mr. Ross, I beg to report we have the remaining crew members of the Susquehanna here. Well, intact, I wouldn't say safe. And it glares slightly at the Ferengi. Ah, splendid. Reggie, just keep them over by the wall there, out the way, just while we deal with this. While me and Tana deal with this, would you?
Now, when you say over by the wall, out the way, are you thinking because of these tremors of a place of safety? Because the tunnel seems to be a fairly safe place.
Yeah. I say yeah. Take them somewhere safe, Reggie, while me and Tana try and switch this device off.
Okay, so Reggie, the 2 crew members, and Draylin all head to the mouth of the tunnel. Is Egan? What would Egan like to do? Do we think?
It's a good question. Just accompany the rest of the team.
A bit of Reggie back up, I think.
Yeah,
Egan
never
can,
hurts to have another.
head. Yeah, with the others as well, which is a place of safety, of course. Okay, so that leaves just Wraal and Tana in this large cavernous area, with the others watching on from a distance. Let's have your roles then. So, Wraal directing.
Oh,
as
much better.
usual.
5 and 8, 2 successes.
2 successes. Fantastic. That brings up to 5 momentum.
So now is it the difficulty 2, magnitude 2 now?
Nope.
Is it?
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yes, that was a breakthrough, wasn't it? Yes. Yes, it is difficulty 2, magnitude 2. Yes.
All right. So I'll use one of those momentum in this
Work
roll.
track of 12. So you use a momentum.
That's more like it. So I got a 12. I got a 3, which is 2 successes. So it's 3 successes total right now. So I've got a 13, which is a failure, but I'm going to re-roll it. And got a 16. So maxed out at 3 successes.
Okay.
3 successes. You get a momentum back.
Is that
Roll
5
your
momentum?
damage.
And again,
it's 5
pile-
momentum, yes.
Yeah. Again, we'll pile this in, Chris, and then push it on. See if we can break it through to a 1.
I got 5 total.
Okay. So
5 is a break. Sorry, no, that's down to 2 with the resistance. So you want
we'll throw in 3 to make it a breakthrough.
3 momentum.
Yep.
Makes it a breakthrough. So that's down to 7 on the work track.
Okay, I think we can
Difficulty
get it
1, magnitude 1. This time there's a big tremor and a big shake. It's definitely connected.
Doesn't
with what
like you
you're
doing that.
Tana. Let's have from Wraal and Tana. Daring or fitness and security. Difficulty 2 this time.
Oh.
We've still got some momentum, haven't we? Because I'm going to need one.
You have 2
Yeah,
momentum.
help yourself. I've got
use one.
2 successes and just.
Okay.
I got 1 success. Yeah, and I don't have any focuses. So
Okay. Tana takes another 4 points of stress.
okay.
Poor Tana.
Is
Got
Tana
4
still
left.
conscious?
Let's go. I got 4 left.
Engineer, you're going to have to
This.
start ducking stuff a lot more. I appreciate your dedication here.
Like, is she not underneath this machine? I'm just picturing her like
Okay.
a car mechanic just underneath the thing.
No, she's at a console, and it's
damn.
yeah.
Mine would
It's
be much
of
more
a
beneficial for me, though, Stu. If we could do that, that would be great.
Physical, yeah.
Some sort of-
Hang on,
some
I'll
sort of umbrella.
redesign the equipment. Yeah. Right, are we being directed by Wraal again?
Yep.
I think you've got this, Tana. If you stop making it shake the cabin to pieces.
I'll do my best.
1 success.
One
All right,
success
here goes.
is
I'll use one of
all
those
you
momentum.
need. You use that momentum.
Oh, yes. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
4 successes is down to 1 success. You only have 1 momentum, though. Do you want to spend it to increase that to 2 successes?
Hey?
Wait, what?
Oh, sorry. Oh, no, sorry. I was confusing
Hang
that
on.
with actual
Hold on.
kind of damage. Right, yes. So you get 3 momentum back. Yes, I'm with it now. Sorry, I was confusing successes with damage.
I was just celebrating with him. He's done really well.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay. 3 successes. You get 3 momentum back. Roll your damage.
I got
You're up
4
to 4, by the
total.
way, momentum.
4 damage total.
4
So
damage is down to 1. You can spend
So if
all
we use
4
all of our
your
momentum.
Yeah, burn the momentum into the track to complete.
I think I've just about got this, Commander.
You are down to difficulty 0. It's almost finished. It's almost there. However, as you are sort of getting there with it, the whole room really starts shaking. Worse than you've seen it before. Let's have same again. This time it's difficulty 3.
Oh.
If something happens to me, all you got to do is push this button.
That's the last one you need to press.
That's it, just that.
How much momentum have we got?
We haven't got any.
None.
Just used it all.
Use the last of it, getting that
Burnt it all.
Oh, hello.
I got 1 success.
Oops.
What are we rolling? It was daring and security, right? Or fitness
Daring
and security.
or fitness and security, yes.
And that is 1 success for Tana.
Okay, both of you are hit
Rolled a
by
2.
falling
Yeah.
rocks.
No.
Wraal,
roll low.
you take 1 point of stress.
Oh, okay. Oh, annoying.
Tana. How many stress points did you have left? Was it 4?
What'd you roll?
3.
I had 4 left.
Oh!
I had 4 left.
3 points
still
of
up.
stress.
Still up.
Still alive.
3 points of stress.
Well, reaches over. That one!
Bloody hell. Bloody hell, Commander.
This- Whereas
Prophets be with us. I
previously,
think I might have this.
the tremors have subsided after each time. The tremors are still continuing as you do your final, hopefully your final session on this. Are you directing again, Wraal?
Tana, switch it off and run. 1 success.
All right, I'll use that momentum. Re-rolling one of those. 2 successes.
2 successes, you get 2 momentum. Roll your damage. Your work track.
Only got 3.
3. It resists 3. You do have 2 momentum left.
How much do we need to get to finish the job?
5, right? Or
2.
2.
oh, we only need 2.
Send it.
There we
Send
go.
it.
Yeah.
Send it.
Literally,
You
get it out of the
spend the
Oh,
momentum.
moves over halfway between that and the tunnel. Is basically, hey, Tana, out, out.
She just slaps the button and runs.
You shut the machine down finally as one last tremor throws a couple of huge rocks down from the ceiling. We are again daring and fitness, daring or fitness and security.
Oh god,
Do we have?
Difficulty
We don't have momentum. We
4.
just used it all.
difficulty.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just fail then, shall I?
Question, because we're in the ship over here, and I had a transporter lock on these guys. Did I not? Can we see that they're in any kind of trouble at all?
You had a transporter lock, but when they went deep underground, you didn't. have a
Okay, so we've got
transporter
no
lock
idea.
anymore, I'm
Cool.
afraid.
No worries.
Good thinking, but,
Also,
but
no
sadly
comms.
not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got 1
Guns can't
success.
Get through transporter beams, definitely not. Get 1 success from Tana.
Eelin actually got a Starfleet symbol and a success, so he managed 3, but not 4.
3 successes. Let's roll Wraal's damage first. Wraal takes 3 points of stress.
Oh. Yep.
I rolled 2.
No, I had 1. So whichever you rolled, I was out.
Tana is smacked on the head by a rock and crumples unconscious to the floor. And slowly and steadily, the tremors do subside as the machine powers down.
Excellent.
The thumping
Can Wraal
stops.
run over to
Climbing
Tana and
stops.
see if she's over,
Yes.
see how she is?
And she's unconscious.
Okay. Right. In that case, I'll obviously do some sort of. Can I perform some
Yes.
sort of
What are the game mechanics when you
slap around
fill
a
out
bit?
your stretch
Dana,
marks? We haven't done that before.
You did it! You did it!
When you don't have a med kit with you, this is going to be a tricky one, isn't it?
Actually, Wraal will just shout down the tunnel. Reggie! Reggie! Come and help me with Tana.
Okay, what do you want Reggie to do?
I want to come back and we're going to pick her up and get her out.
Okay. The two of you pick up Tana.
We're going to make our way back out of this tunnel complex to the surface.
Okay. You're carrying Tana. That's a fairly easy enough job to do. In fact, Egan just comes over and says, "Allow me," and just picks up Tana and chucks her over his shoulder like,
yeah, just like a bag of shopping.
Made of paper. Yeah, and you head your way back up the tunnel. Eventually, it opens up to the mining area. Now you spent a bit of time in the tunnel. You can see that the two surviving crewmen seem to be suffering from some kind of shock or trauma, and that's pretty obvious. They're also quite emaciated, quite thin. They look quite weak as it is, but they're definitely cowed to Draylen. As you come out into the open area where the mining is taking place, you see 4 other Ferengi in front of you, all holding phasers pointing right at you. As Draylen draws his disruptor behind you all and says, "More workers for the mines. Wonderful. You two, get back to work." He gestures to the 2 crewmen who run off back to the area that they were previously.
Charming. Now, just a moment. We had an agreement here and we fulfilled our side of the bargain. What sort of Ferengi are you?
One that believes a contract is a contract is a contract, but
between
only between Ferengi.
Ferengi.
I've forgotten what number that one is, damn it.
Matt would definitely be able to tell us that one.
He would indeed. Hello, Walter. Yeah. What would you like to do?
If we do not return to the surface with our crew members, within about 10 minutes, an entire Starfleet security team will be down here. If you think the Myandorian is particularly unpleasant, you wait till you see all of his mates, especially Dave. Now, we're going to be leaving. You can tell your small-lobed friends to stand down. You can return to your mining operation, and we'll say no more about it. We're here for our crew members. We've got them back. We fixed your problem. You can continue mining. Don't turn this into an unfortunate incident that ends up with Reggie adding to his lobes collection. This is in your best interest, business-wise.
Stoter, Fraddock, Parter, Draydock, now. As the 4 Ferengis in front of you fire their phasers in your direction. And that's where we're going to leave it for this evening.
Betrayed
Not
by
going
Ferengi.
well for you
Who would have
guys.
guessed?
Never going to trust a Ferengi again. This is going to be a very uncomfortable interview with Bosh when we get back.
In it.
Oh, these are Ferengi Alliance Ferengis. So,
They're old school ones, aren't they?
indeed, but so is Bosh.
Mm-mm.
Soon to be chief negotiator Bosh. Yes.
Yeah.
He's been busy up on the ship, and so Matt, we never mentioned, is still on his honeymoon. So we're wishing him all the very, very best with that. I'm sure he'll be back with
Still
us
doing no work,
soon.
we hope.
Oh, it'll be nice. He'll be working. He'll definitely be working on
Better
it.
not. As to answer to. So there we go. So, well, this has taken a turn, hasn't it?
Yeah, it was going so well.
So find out what happens next in a fortnight's time. Don't forget to like the channel and subscribe to make sure you get the notifications going forward. Tomorrow there'll be a video coming out celebrating Towel Day and everything Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, so you don't want to miss that one. And I'll try and get one out this week as well about the latest Strange New Worlds trailer that has just dropped, like hours, literally a couple of hours
It's a good one.
ago. It really, really is. I'm clearly going to need a new uniform update.
What a terrible shame.
Yeah, I know. Oh, it's a burden.
I love how you suffer for your art.
But yes, join us in a fortnight's time. I think we're all good. Are we all good for a fortnight? Or
Yes.
at least we think we are, as it stands at the moment. In the meantime, remember, you don't. Hang on, get this one right. You don't stop playing because you get old.
You stop playing because Tana's just switched off your power system.
There you go. Live long and prosper, everyone. Bye for now.
Good.